means to move constantly up and down and up, in a smooth, circular, and rhythmical motion, like a Ferris wheel. It's a continuous process. When a person is motivated by greed for pleasure or for power, he gets caught up in this perpetual motion and ends up where he began. So it's like a wheel, like an ox circling around a treadmill. Have you seen that type of treadmill? When ox grinds grain, goes round and round all the time. But the person with awareness of the purposeful direction of life can use each turn of the wheel for moving forward into evolution, for freeing himself from the need to rush after things which are on the periphery of life. So, what's a cause of bondage to one can be used as a cause of freedom to another. It depends on the depth of one's understanding and approach. That is why this bhavna teaches the aspirant to watch the Ferris wheel of life, but not to identify with it. That last few words are quite important. Watch it, but not to identify. So, as I said last time, we have to observe everything rather than get involved with it. Of course, we are living in samsara in this life. We do get involved in a lot of things, but then we have to see everything from a distance or keep distance and think all the time, is it right, it is wrong, should I be doing this? Let us sit quietly for a few minutes and contemplate on our life, relations and our ups and downs. We must actually do it now. And while doing that, while I was writing that, I remember this thing. Shakespeare said this thing. All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts. બરાબર આપણે બધા કેવા છીએ એક્ટર છીએ આ એક સ્ટેજ છે we have come here to play our part and જ્યારે આપણું એક્ઝિટ આવશે ત્યારે we go from here કોકવાર unexpectedly પણ એક્ઝિટ આવે what happened yesterday was very tragic, but unfortunately Jo Cox died and she left this world. But she came and she acted her part. So that is what we do. So we must think about our life, our relations, our ups and downs for a while. Not just for a while. Actually, all the time while we are doing something, who we are related to, our brothers, our sisters, other family members, our ups and downs. Someone says something to us, then is there ego there? Is there jealousy there? Is there greed? While we do few things, we must contemplate. That is samsara. Then we will know what samsara is, what this life is, what this big wheel is all about. What is samsara in that case? Is samsara a rat race? આપણે સવારમાં ઉઠીએ જોબ પર જઈએ દોડાદોડી કરીએ અહીંથી અહીંયા this that other things all the time we are running around doing something. Is this our samsara? Is sansar just birth, death and life in between? Or if you don't think about a particular day, think about the whole life. Is it just birth, death, and we are passing days doing our things? Sansar? Or is it just family, job, money, and few holidays in between? Is that sansar? So what is sansar? It's worth really thinking about, isn't it? Sometimes we go on holiday. Why do we go on holiday? To escape from this rat race or anxiety or pressure or, work pressure or whatever thing. And we say that, oh, I'm going on holiday to relax. Can you really relax? You can only relax if you have got peace inside you. But if your mind is disturbed, then that holiday won't be a holiday, isn't it? Because we are taking our mind always with us. So sometimes holiday could be just sitting quietly at home. You could be having a nice holiday. So this is all worth thinking about. This is our sansara. Why we are doing all these things. Earning money, job. And that's earning money is another thing. Let us see this. You might have 10,000 pounds in bank, 100,000 or 1 million in your account. What does this mean? These are just figures, numbers. 10,000 is a number, 100,000 is a number, 1 million is a number. But do we think like that? You think like just it's a number, or it has got something to do with our ego, maybe something to do with our lifestyle as well, something to do with our relations and how high we think about ourselves. For 10,000 we might think that, oh, okay, everything's fine, they all are my friend. For few millions, you might think that, no, I'm on that level. And others are common. So where is our life taking us? Muhammad Ali, who died, was it last week? Cassius Clay, yeah. He has said few very beautiful things. Of course, he said, I'm the greatest and all these things. Yeah. And the greatest man who could floor someone by just giving few punches. The sansar, he had to be carried away by 4 men to his grave. But he has said one beautiful thing here. It isn't the mountains ahead that wear you down. It's the pebble in your shoe. Very inspiring thing, isn't it? Yeah, that's what he said. And we must remember these things. Sometimes we are worried so much about this obstacle and that obstacle, but then we'll find that it's the pebble in your shoe, and maybe you can easily remove that. Wise people know that the shelter created by fantasy and outside props will not last. This kind of shelter is too fragile. What to do when you are again out in the open, naked, and without a roof over your head? So what is the real shelter? That is why we meditate on the bhavanas. Bhavana means contemplation, subjects of thinking, subjects of meditation. They are a preparation. We build inner muscles with our awareness, just as an athlete builds his muscles lifting weights. We build our inner strength with special tools. These tools are reflections, meaningful words, and insights. You prepare yourself to know how to stand alone. And when you really know how to stand alone, you are all one. You have only to go into the depth of aloneness to know the meaning of all oneness. So you prepare yourself to know how to stand alone. There are many stories in Jain literature. There is one story in Uttarajyan Sutra, King Nami. He wasn't very well. Had a running temperature. He was lying in his bed, and his queens were rubbing sandalwood paste all over his body. King Nami was restless. He could not sleep, he could not rest. Then he started thinking that why I can't sleep. He noticed that there were too many noises, too many things, too much noise around him. And he also noticed that this noise was because of these bangles his queens were wearing and trying to rub him all over his body, rub sandalwood paste. And he thought that these queens are wearing too many bangles. And these bangles, when they move their hand, it's making noise, you know. એક બંગડી બીજી બંગડીને પેલું કરે એટલે અવાજ આવે. That is what is happening. So what if one queen wears just one bangle, એક જ બંગડી પહેરે તો નોઈઝ થશે? નોઈઝ નહીં આવે. એટલે he told his queens કે તમે બંગડીઓ કાઢી નાખો, just leave one on. And of course the noise stopped. He could sleep. But before that, he started thinking. ભાવના કરી કે જ્યારે મેની હોય ત્યારે નોઈઝ થાય છે, પણ એક જ હોય તો નોઈઝ નથી. તો એને થયું કે હું પણ જો એક જ રહીશ alone, તો I will have peace and I will be able to concentrate and contemplate and do something about it. So you prepare yourself to know how to stand alone. Now you should also know this difference between love and attachment. આપણે બધા સંસારમાં એટલા ડૂબેલા છીએ કે we forget કે attachment ક્યાં છે અને love ક્યાં છે, or in between જે thin line છે એ ક્યાં end થાય છે, કે gray areas કયા ગયા છે. Those who are eager to face truth reflect on the difference between attachment and love. Attachment always comes with demands or conditions. Those who know how to stand back can notice it. Using their insight, they ask themselves, is what I am calling love really attachment, thriving under the shelter of beautiful words? Do I have any demand on the person whom I love? Is it a kind of bargain? Is it a business? Very often શું થાય છે, આપણે કોઈને માટે કામ કરીએ, we do something, બરાબર છે, ફ્રેન્ડ માટે, રિલેશન્સમાં, બીજા કોઈ ઓફિસમાં, પછી શું વિચાર આવે કે I did so much for him or so much for her and he hasn't done anything for me. So was it really love? Love હોય તો ડિમાન્ડ ના હોય, લવ હોય તો એક્સપેક્ટેશન્સ ના હોય. Wherever there is expectation, you will see and you will find that your expectations not always met. અને જ્યારે એક્સપેક્ટેશન મીટ ના ત્યારે we feel sad, sorry, unhappy. What is the solution? Expectation ખાલી. No expectations from anyone. તો એનો મતલબ જો તમે એક્સપેક્ટ કરશો તો દુઃખી થશો. Isn't it true? And it happens at every step in our life, in our relations, everywhere. કારણ કે we expect કે oh I did that, she or he must do this thing. અને એ ન થાય એટલે આપણને દુઃખ થાય. We get wound up. And then we complain. પારકી આશા સદા નિરાશ. પણ પારકી નહીં, ઘરનાની આશા પણ સદાય. એટલે હું એક ફિલ્મમાં સોંગ આવે છે, જો મિલ ગયા इसी को मुकद्दर समझ लिया, जो खो गया मैं इसको भुलाता चला गया. For me it's a golden sentence. जो मिल गया उसी को मुकद्दर समझ लिया. Whatever I get, it's my good luck. Praises, money, good friends, good company, everything, reward. If I get that, it's my good luck. It's okay. जो खो गया मैं उसको भुलाता चला गया. If I don't get anything or if I lose, I just forget. That wasn't for me, so I didn't get it. No one praised me because it wasn't for me, and it doesn't matter. No one gave me anything, it's okay. That wasn't for me. मैं खो गया उसको भुलाता चला गया. When we put love in the category of business, it's not love. So when you understand this truth, you understand your relationship. Right? We have all heard of prosperous, famous families whose children lose everything and are forgotten. We have also observed those who, according to worldly standards, where nobody becomes somebody. This wheel is always turning. It's an endless cycle. I think probably next one. Yeah, there's another film. I think I had shown this one quite a time ago. This is an old Bollywood movie. Sanjay Dutt and Tina. When this movie was made, Sanjay Dutt was quite famous, son of a famous film star, rich, yet everything. And this new girl, nobody knew, not famous, not much money. Her only ambition was to become a model one day. And today, after 30 years, Sanjay Dutt spent quite a few years in jail. He is a broken man, and this girl is the wife of Anil Ambani. How many billions of dollars she has got? So, this is what we can say karma or sansara, or how the wheel turns. The one who was famous and spoiled brat spent so many years in jail and has come out now. And the one who just was thinking that it might be my good luck if I become a model and earn some money. In meditating on this bhavana, we observe our whole cycle. We say, when I was born, my mother was in pain, crying. Then she saw my face and was happy. The pain was gone. What the mother suffered for 9 months was gone in 1 minute. બરાબર? મધર સફર કરે 9 મહિના સુધી, પણ ચાઇલ્ડનો બર્થ થાય ત્યારે joy all around. At the same time, we look at those close to us in our lives, brother, sister, parent, partner, and see that some have gone and some are still here. The dearest people whom we love and who love us come and go. They don't remain permanently. The people who hate and are hated also come and go. This is the Ferris wheel. This is the process. The reflection continues in this way. Why do I only think of others? I also will go. I will move on. And when I do, I will separate from others as others have separated from me. Again, Shakespeare's sentence. આપણે બધા actors છીએ. So what are the seed thoughts for meditation? The ever-moving is a continuous cycle of change, moving in a smooth and rhythmic motion. I am in the center, steady and aware. So we all are in the center and everything else moving us. Let me watch the circumference from the center. Let me observe the kaleidoscope of changes from that point which views all points. Each turn of the wheel can be either a cause of my bondage or a cause of my freedom. આચાર્ય સૂત્ર એ જ કહે છે કે એક વસ્તુ છે, it could be a cause of your bondage and the same thing could be a cause of your freedom. And even આપણું મન, even in ભગવદ્ ગીતામાં કૃષ્ણ એમ કહે છે, મન એવ મનુષ્યાણામ કારણમ બંધ મોક્ષયો. Our mind is the cause of our bondage. At the same time, our mind can lead to freedom. I can use each turn as a challenge to free myself from karma, to bring out transformation, to feel new life, and to lead me closer to my reality. This is a nice little story. There's a story of a woman whose husband was constantly gambling and getting drunk. He used to come home late at night, knock on the door and wait for his wife to open it. She would do so at whatever hour he come home. Always she remained peaceful and patient. Eventually, the man grew tired of his own vices and ran away. After 5 years with spoiled health, he came back. He returned home. The wife opened the door and said, "Come in, please." He could not believe that after 5 years, after having run away, he could be hearing these gentle words. Then she said, "You must be hungry. Have some dinner." Husband felt like going at her feet. "I have heard about saints," he said, "but if I had not seen you, I would never have believed." And જુઓ, આ મન બધાનું, એકનું માઇન્ડ કેવું છે, બીજું કેવું છે, એકની પેશન્સ કેવી છે, આની કેવી છે, આનો લવ કેવો છે, આનો લવ કેવો છે, ડિફરન્સ. So what is the true love, real love? This reminds me of first chapter in Les Miserables. ખબર છે બધાને, ઘણા તો વિક્ટર હ્યુગોની ફેમસ બુક, એમાં પણ આવું જ આવે છે. જો વાલ્જો was a convict. He was imprisoned for stealing the bread. One day he ran away, escaped, and came to a church. It was night, he was hungry, he was tired. The priest opened the door and said, "You will come in." He gave him food, gave him nice room. "You can sleep here, everything is here." So Jo Valjo ate and went to that room happy. But he had escaped from the jail. And then he thought, what happens if the police might come here in the middle of the night? So I must run away again. But before running away, he took 3 silver candles from the church and ran. Very early morning, when he was running away, police caught him. Caught him and brought him back to the church. And police said to the priest, "Sir, this man has stolen the silver candle from your church. He was running away, we have caught him." So the priest said, "So nice of you, brought him back. Actually, I gave him 5 candles. But he must have forgotten 2. He took only 3 candles with him. Good job you brought him back." So the priest told John Valjean, "Here are 2 more candles. And you can stay here for a few more hours or eat or whatever you like. These are your candles." So from that point onward, John Valjean's life completely changed. Completely. This one incident, and he became a noble person and did all his life, he did charitable activities. You probably know the whole story. Yeah. And in that book, even the last incident is very good. Of course, he was staying in a different town, John Valjean. He had changed his name. He became a mayor of the town. But one person was always after him, Inspector Javert. He thought that it was his duty to find this convict and put him behind bars. So one day, Inspector Javert recognizes John Valjean. And when that last moment comes, there are a lot of things in between, lots and lots. French Revolution and Marius and Cosette's love and all these things here. And the last moment comes, Inspector is about to catch John Valjean. But it so happened that John Valjean had a gun with him. The Inspector had nothing. By the river, they both were standing. John Valjean had just one choice, either to kill the inspector or go back to jail again after so many years. So what did he do? It was easy to kill inspector. Nobody would know. It was dark, near the river. Nobody was around there. Nobody would even hear anything. But he threw that gun away and said that I'm not going to kill you. If you want to arrest me, you can arrest me. I've led my life, all my life, nicely. I've done charitable activities. But if you think that I've done all these bad things, and you know that I escaped from the jail originally, you can arrest me. What did the inspector do? You remember the story? What did he do? One of my most favorite books is this. Inspector Javert immediately committed suicide. He could not bear this thing. He committed suicide. Right, so that is this thing, sorry. There's another story. You might have heard this. Famous Buddhist story teaches so many things about life and death. Kisa Bodhmi. It's a very good story. A woman person named Kisa one day came to Lord Buddha. What had happened? Kisa's young son, that young boy, had died. He was only 2-3 years old. Kisa loved him so much. And she could not believe that the boy is dead. She just could not believe. She thought that boy is not moving, is not saying anything, is not playing, somehow is sleeping and not waking up. So she started crying and went from place to place. And she asked few people, "Oh, what's wrong with my child? Why is not saying anything? Why is not speaking?" People knew what had happened to the boy. Boy was dead. But they said, "Isha, do one thing. Go to Lord Buddha. He will do something. He knows magic." Isha went to Lord Buddha and said, "Bhante, my boy is not moving, not saying anything, not playing. What's wrong with him? Please do something. He is motionless. His body is cold." But Buddha also knew. So I said, "Kisa, I can certainly do something for your boy." Kisa said, "Can you?" "Yeah, I can do something for you. All you have to do is go in your village and get a handful of mustard seeds. રાઈના દાણા થોડાક લઈને આવો મારી પાસે, and I'll do something." Kisa said, "Okay, that's easy. I can go and do that." Buddha said, "But there's only one condition. Before you accept that, ask, did anyone die in your household? 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago? Anyone died? Father, mother, brother, sister, your relative, your uncle, even your servant? Anyone died? If that person says, "Yes, somebody died in our house," or "Someone I know who died, was dead," then you do not accept mustard seeds from that house. Go to another house with the same condition. So Kisa said, "Oh, that's easy. I'll go and get mustard seeds." So she went to the first house and said, "Could you give us a handful of mustard seeds, raina dana also?" People said, "Okay, why not? Okay. Just I want to ask you something. Did anyone die in this household?" Someone said, "Yes, our old father died about 4-5 years ago. Sorry, I cannot accept from your house." She went to the next house and asked. They said, "Our servant died with cholera or plague 6 months ago. Sorry, I cannot accept mustard seeds from your house." Third house, fourth house, fifth, sixth. She went to each and every house in the village. And she came back to Lord Buddha, fell at his feet and said, "Lord, I found the answer." So she became Buddha's disciple, Kisa Gautami. There is a little scripture as well, Kisa Gautami Sutta, in Buddhist literature. Srimad Rajchandra says, "Sansar is like a sea." It's like a sea. આપણે ખબર છે ને, ગુજરાતીમાં એને એક દરિયો કહીએ છીએ આપણે, and we have to cross that ocean, બરાબર? તો મોક્ષમાં એમ કહેવાય છે. So that is like a sea. And sansar is also like fire. Last week આપણે સિંગ કહ્યું ને, સંસાર દાવા નલદાહ નીરમ, સમોહ ધૂલી હરણે સંગીરમ, This sansar is like a big fire. But oh Lord, your name is nice, cool water which can extinguish the fire. Sansar is a big jungle and we get easily lost in that jungle. And sansar is also eternal cycle. That's how Srimati Rajchandra describes sansar in his book. So this is my last picture is coming now. A lot of people, and especially I would like to say the same thing here. I'm teaching here since a long time. And I mentioned Shakespeare, that we all are actors playing our part, and we'll make an exit when our part is over. Raj Kapoor made one film, Mera Naam Joker. And in that film, there's a nice song. You might have heard that. He plays the part of Joker. Joker નું કામ શું હોય? બધાને હસાવે. But he's not always happy inside, isn't it? Why છે? Sometimes he's sad, but he has to do his duty. એની મને અત્યારે સ્ટોરી યાદ આવે છે, હું કહું છું. I'm full of hundreds of stories. But let's see what he says. मेरा नाम जोकर માં શું કહે છે? Remember this sentence? कल खेल में हम हो न हो, गर्दिश में तारे रहेंगे सदा. I may not be here on this stage tomorrow. I may not be here in this play tomorrow, but गर्दिश में sky, गर्दिश में तारे रहेंगे सदा, but the stars will always be there. So remember, I may not be here tomorrow, but the stars, the sun, the moon, everything will be always here. જોકરની વાત કરી ને, એટલે જોકરની સ્ટોરી છે અને એક્ઝિટિંગ આવી સ્ટોરી છે. There was a man in Calcutta. He was a clown in a circus. Circus, I think in a magic show. In between magic, he was doing all this mimicry and other things and was making people laugh. And he was a clown, he was a joker, yeah. So he had this job. It was in Calcutta. And the whole act was being done by a famous magician, K. Lal. You might have heard his name, K. Lal. He's Jain. He's very old now. He's not doing magic shows now, but he's a famous magician of India, K. Lal. Kanti Lal, what's his real name? So they were performing in Calcutta. And this clown, it was just about here to appear on the stage. But just before he had to come on the stage, they received a cable from the village where the man was coming from, where the clown was coming from. Now the thing is that this clown had one daughter in a small village, about few hundred miles from Calcutta. And this man was working hard so that his daughter could get married, so that he can buy few things for her. So he was working very hard. He was working as a clown. He was doing all the time for her. His life revolved around his daughter only. So just before he had to go on the stage, a telegram came from the village. The telegram said that your daughter is dead. Now, other people opened the telegram, read this. They started thinking, what shall we do? Shall we tell him now? It's only 5 to 10 minutes, he has to go on stage and make people laugh. Shall we tell him that your daughter is dead? He said, no, we shouldn't do this. Otherwise he will feel very sad and he would not be able to make people laugh. So no, we don't want to tell. Then they said, no, we can't do that. It's wrong, morally wrong, everything's wrong. We have to tell him that your daughter's dead. And it's up to him if he wants to go on stage, it's okay. If he says that I can't perform, then it's okay. So they went to him and said that, we got this telegram just now. It says your daughter's dead. We know you love your daughter very much. So this man saw the telegram, listened to everything what people had to say, and then he said, okay, I'll go on stage. So he went. And he started making people laugh by all sorts of, mimicry and all these things, and as if nothing had happened. He started making everyone laugh. People were laughing. Only people who had cried, those behind the stage, they were all crying. See, this is how the relations and everything we have. What a bad luck it was. So this is what he says. Kal khel mein hum ho na ho. We might not be here on this stage tomorrow, but gardish mein tare rahenge sada. With these stars, sun, moon, everything will be here. And પછી next line આવે છે કે we'll remember you from up there and you remember me from here. So that's it. जीना यहाँ, मरना यहाँ, इसके सिवा जाना कहाँ. You're going to live here, you're going to die here. Thank you very much. Okay, આ તો ખાલી જોક જ કહું છું, તમે કહો છો એટલે. હા, તો 7 men went to a restaurant and આપણે ઓરિજિનલ જોકમાં તો બધા સરદારજી આવે છે. આપણે આ કન્ટ્રીમાં સરદારજી ને આઈરિશ ને એવું ના કહીએ, કારણ કે એ શરીર જ નહીં. એટલે they had a good bill, અને પછી મેનેજરને પૂછ્યું કે how much will you pay? They said 28 rupees, 28 pound of water, 28 rupees. Okay, પહેલા તો થોડા બધા ડમ હતા, all 7. Okay, no, I mean, how much we each have to pay? We are 7, and you said the bill is 28 rupees, so but what we have to pay, અમે તો શેર કરવાનું છે. Manager said, it's simple, 13 rupees each. 13 rupees sounds a little bit too much. 13 to nahi hoye. Please count again. So, 13 rupees each. Okay, how do you count that? Lakhanu second? હું તમને મીઠા real teacher છે. I mean, this has got nothing to do with Sansar Bhavna, but you can still say it's all Sansar. Nice. Okay. 28 divided by 7. So that man started explaining why it is 13. 7 times 1 is 7. So 8, take away 7 is 1. Take 2 here. 7 times 3 is 21. So 13 rupees each. Something wrong. Please count again. They are different. Count 13, 13, 13, 13, 13. Manager, yes, okay. 13 for number 1, 13 for number 2, 13 for number 3, for number 4, 5, 7. 13 each. How do you do it? 3, 6, 12, 15, 18, 21, 22. Yeah? 22, 23, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. બરાબર? 628. That's it.